don't know any other languages. It's Rumandapples, everybody. Hi, I'm here. Hour of Blackout with Beeoriginaldesigns. CEO, owner, blackoutmedia.net. Say hello, B.
I fucked up.
You already fucked up? What'd you do?
I broke something.
Wait. All right, we'll get.
It's literally been 10 seconds. How can you?
Yeah, it's literally been 10 seconds. You broke the tweet.
I broke the tweet.
How the fuck do you break Twitter? I just don't. Anyways, folks, Can is with us today. It is his third time returning from Weekend Game. New assistant PR representative for the Freedom Network as well. It's always good to have him. He's a brother. He's a friend. He's also a coworker and someone we kind of like to give the divs to. But he gives it equally back. He really does. He fucks with me too. Trust me. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing really well. I'm enjoying life. Just been doing a lot more for freedom, having a lot more fun. Just happy to be here today. Just enjoying myself pretty much. Can't complain too much.
That is good. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, it's better than, every time. Now, if I include the shows that I've done together with you and the ones that are now been done with Blackout, you've been on my show 3 times, and this is your 3rd appearance on Hour of Blackout. Is there a possibility of coming on the show with Roshu and I for a slight gaming panel thing? I'm thinking about adding
sure, I'd be for it.
Yeah, because I was thinking of adding like a couple different mindsets. I had you planned, I had Roshu, I had Craig a GTN planned, I have Cobra planned, like all of us together in a panel. I just wanted to do a round table.
All right, well, my subscribers tell me I kind of have this apparently optimistic viewpoint, so.
Oh no! You didn't notice it. You haven't noticed it yet. Oh, okay. just let's clarify here. Canada's a very positive individual. We'll put it that way, right? There you go. I'm a contrast. I am the polarizing opinion piece on to his positivity. Like, how can I say it any more eloquently?
Aka actually just reminded me that we do have a huge announcement. Thanks to Marcel. Our Teamspeak server now has 512 slots on it for anyone that wants to come in. Feel free to do so. There's a whole bunch of slots in there. People can use them all day.
Jesus Christ. We got 500 slots?
512.
How the hell did that even happen?
Just did.
So magic.
Oh, okay. By the way, folks, if you hear the magical voice from the Sky Chicken chiming in on us, that's just Marcel. Don't worry, it's Marcel. He's not gonna eat your children. He's not gonna he's not gonna kill you. He's a perfectly lovely human. Okay, just saying, folks. Just saying. But anyways, so all right, we upped the TeamSpeak right now. What was the last capability we had? I don't even remember. It was low.
The old number was 32.
Okay, now with this new TeamSpeak and maybe Marcel can answer this, has it already been figured out to the point where we can just go to blackoutmedia.net, click TeamSpeak, and it still has the same launch application kind of, like what's it called, pop-up that just shows you and tells you to launch the application?
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
Is it still under the same TeamSpeak name? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Everything is exactly the same. I just had to add license.
Okay, groovy. Because I was wondering about that. I was like, okay, well, that's awesome that we got 512, slots to fill with people.
And I can actually split it up and make 2 separate servers if I want. Running from the same thing.
Well, see, now that might actually come in handy with the another gaming event we might do in the future.
Or maybe a separate one for staff.
A separate one for only staff?
Yeah.
Well, it's possible. Anything's possible. I mean, a lot of our meetings...
A popsicle.
A popsicle? What? I'm lost now. Now I'm lost. I heard popsicle, and I was saying possible, and every time I hear fictitious, I hear fishtitious, and... Oh, God! Okay, I'm getting a headache. All right. Moving on. God damn it. Moving on. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Ken, I was talking to you yesterday, man, and Skynet just decided to say, fuck you, no, you're done, and my computer just went and died. Just died.
Yeah.
It's okay, though. We had a good hour and a half talk, and Ken and I actually came to a realization of something. If when Ken and I talk, if we just push the record button, regardless of what we were talking about, we're like, that's a show. That's like legitimately a show. It's just the shit we talk about.
Yeah, same thing with Nerd.
Nerd's a goofy guy. I would love to have Nerd on one day.
I can send him a message.
Maybe next
Nerd's
Wednesday.
Watching. Hello, Nerd. Congratulations on the sponsorship. Everyone, give Nerd a round of applause.
Yay! Yay for Nerd! He's the motherfucker for getting a sponsorship. He is the go-to guy for sure, man. Oh, Jesus. How long did it must have been hard for him to get that sponsorship, though. Challenging, to say the least.
Yeah, you gotta work hard to win that. Well, now they don't even do it anymore, but...
Oh, so he was the last... So not only was he the winner, he was the last winner.
No, he wasn't the last winner, but he was one of few.
He was the 10th winner.
He was the 10th winner. So this service is no longer being provided, obviously.
Correct.
Of course not.
Whoo! Well, you know what? He's really lucky. He lucked out right when that happened. You know, in that instance. You know, get in where you fit in, brother.
Aka posts a good point. He's not happy with the headset they sent him. He did make a rant about it because it fell apart on him.
What? What happened to his
headset
headset? Did it just
fell
die?
apart on him. No, it just fell apart.
What do you mean it fell apart? That doesn't make any sense. He hasn't even had it like a year or nothing.
It doesn't function like
What company
quality.
sent this?
Give me that.
Oh, well, I mean...
That's a debate on itself. Like, they followed me, and they're like, how do you pronounce us? And I'm like, no one knows. That's the mystery. How do you pronounce it? I've heard Gamdius, Game Dias. I mean...
I would always just go... You know, at this point, I think we just need to plug it into, like, Babelfish, and just to see what it says. And if all that we get back is a middle finger, we
put
know.
Put it into text-to-speech.
Yeah. That's pretty much what we gotta do.
That.
Yeah, try that. Try that for sure. But I
Can
can't...
someone type the name in the chat for me?
I can't spell it for the life of me. I have no idea how to spell that fucking thing.
Gamdias. I think.
Gamitas? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like a weird, like, Spanish rum. Like Gamitas.
I don't know. All I know is apparently their headsets don't have very good quality, especially for
I
mics.
can actually confirm that because I'm in like call with Nerd for at least 9 hours a day.
Jesus, you talk to Nerd a lot. What are you guys doing? Like planning on where to hide bodies? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well,
they're
planning what they post on Twitter. I see they work a lot on graphic and stuff, so I imagine they work.
Not only that, we're actually also planning anime con, just random chat.
An anime con?
And supposedly, get me if I'm wrong on this, but I think you guys are going to be meeting Ernest.
There's a chance, yes. We are planning. He's thinking of letting him come over to my place.
Ooh.
Well, that's awesome.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
I'm going to meet Ernest in the summer, and there's going to be vlogs about it, because Ernest is going to vlog, I'm going to vlog, so...
I already told Ernest if he comes down here, I'll make a vlog with him. Why not?
He's going to California, I know that much. I think he's going to San Fran, but I could be wrong.
I know he's coming to California because I think he said that to me, but I don't know if he's coming specifically down here because we're in like the ass end of nowhere, assuming you're not military.
I just had a thought. If anybody wants to put me in their vlog, all you need to do is send me the script and put an apple somewhere in your video, and I will do your speech.
You know, I actually have thought about this, Rom. If you're ever on my vlog, I'm just gonna like use tracking on your face just to put an apple, that's transparent, and it'll follow you. And I'll put googly eyes and a mouth on it. That way you're happy.
Like
you know how
annoying orange.
Do you know how awesome of an idea that sounds like, though? That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. I mean, what a better way than to make me a legitimately talking apple? I mean, don't get me wrong. That technology sort of frightens me. You know, one day I'm just going to be fucking around in the holodeck, and it's like, computer, load Apple Core program 8572B295 Alpha.
Programming malfunction.
Yeah, computer malfunction. Fuck you, Rum. Skynet is here. And I'm just like, no, it's real. I got away from it. I went to Mars, motherfucker, and it's still here. Actually,
Let me start my second Skype.
You what?
Second.
Why do you have two Skypes?
Skynet.
Oh, God.
Oh, stop it. No. I don't want to get any fucked up messages from Marcel trying to add me on Skype again, saying he's Skynet. He's done that before, folks. He will straight up live shows just randomly early in the morning when I'm like not awake. I'll just get a message from Skynet asking me to add their contact on Skype, and it scares me. It fucking bothers me because sometimes he'll do it and he just won't answer me. Like, he just won't say anything back, so I'm really freaked out. Like, okay, is Skype really talking to me now? Is this real, or am I getting fucked with? I'm not even sure at this point. It's regardless, I feel so uneasy about the whole matter that it's hard to go back to sleep.
So, Craighead Pro has a question. How's the Blackout Network doing?
Good question. B, you should cover that, brother.
We're doing a lot better than Freedom.
Well, okay. All right. Well, technically, I will say we are technically doing better.
Well, technically, see, we could take this from many points. Now, monetary-wise, are we doing better than Freedom?
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
However, public standing, it's a lot better.
Blackout?
Retweet.
It's a lot better. Public standing, it's a lot better.
Well, Blackout, I've always seen Blackout has kind of an oddball image. Just in everything that I've seen us do and everything that we do in general, it just seems to be a very oddball image regardless. I don't know if that really translates over to other people, but that's how I see it.
Well, one thing I recently heard, because I was sitting on the Freedom chat box a lot more now, and I finally found a way to fix my PMs, and I'm sure Khan will understand this, but I get a lot of PMs of people that will be like, hey, can I see your channel? I'm like, well, all right, you asked for it, so I'll send it over. And then they look at us and compare us to the Freedom Hub channel, and they say, wow, you guys have quality content. You guys don't upload anything that looks bad.
Well, yeah, we do. We upload plenty of stuff that's bad. I mean, look, we do the show, right? I mean, this can't be considered good by any standpoint, right?
And people are enjoying it, which is, you know...
Well, I would hope fucking people... Well, I would hope people fucking enjoyed it. I mean, sometimes... It's so weird, dude. Sometimes we'll go into these... sometimes we have a lot of shit to say, and I know we have a lot of shit to say, and I'm going off track all day today. I don't care. It's fine. Some days we got a lot of shit to talk about, like today. Other days, we have very minimal stuff to talk about, and sometimes those turn out to be some of the funniest shows, some of the most watched and listened to shows. Just due to the fact that it's really odd what we talk about and kind of how certain things develop within the course of that hour. And holy shit, people are dying. People are dying over there, man.
I see. Craig's great because he still comes and he watches the show and he cares about us, even though he's not with us. Now, he's not with us because he can't get as much money, I guess, with us. So there's that. But, you know,
well, that was a business decision. It's a business decision. I have no ill will toward my boy. Craig's my boy, man. Everybody knows Craig and I we go way back.
Just a little, bit of a hint to Freedom ad sales team in the future, please.
Actually, I can't get too much into it, but there is plans for an ad sales team. They're working on it.
Ooh.
That I know is being worked on. There isn't too much information on it, but they actually have started looking into it because we are no longer, just starting. We're almost 2 years old now, so we actually have worked into getting one, which is good for partners and just in general.
I heard that they, I can't remember who talked about it. I think it might have been the George show that I was watching and they mentioned it, but they said that they were looking for someone who was in the marketing industry, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, well, maybe they're going to try and get an ad sales team going.
Well, I believe that's actually the video that got started on the whole ball rolling there, which is good for Freedom Partners, because if you don't know, what an ad sales team does is it gets channel-specific ads. So if you're a gaming channel, for example, you're going to get gaming ads on your channel. If you're a beauty channel, you'll get makeup. A vlog channel, you'll probably get like camera and, just lifestyle kind of advertisement. Basically, it'll drive your viewer interaction more likely to hit the ad, which is great not only for Freedom but for Freedom Partners, because that means you're going to get more bang for your buck.
Well, it's good to do. Go ahead, Marcel.
Isn't there a possibility that there are less ads for beauty and so it actually makes less money?
No, because what they do is Google gives you it may be the same ad over and over, but it's ads nonetheless. Plus, if there aren't that many ads, Google makes sure to give you some ads at all, so you're going to still get the same amount of ads. Basically, it doesn't matter what ads you put on a channel, it's just, are the viewers going to click on it? So they can put the best ads for your channel on there, but it doesn't matter if the viewers aren't clicking them,
Okay.
It's an interesting thing.
Isn't there then also lockdown CPM, like with some, I'm just saying, like Digimove here in the Netherlands?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Like here in the Netherlands, we have some network, Digimove, and they
Mm.
have a lockdown CPM of, if I remember good in dollars, it's maybe $4. Isn't that also done with ad sales or just
I
asking?
don't believe Freedom's going to give. I cannot say honestly. I don't know, but I don't think Freedom's going to make a like. A lot of people will try to lock you in with a CPM. For example, a lot of networks have a $2 CPM, which sounds great, guaranteed $2. But then you realize if you get 10,000 monetized views that month, you realize you're only making
$20.
yes. With Freedom,
You're
we still have
shortchanging
the
yourself.
yeah, with Freedom, you still have the ability, to make as much. Your CPM is up to random factors, how much you're watched, how and all that fun stuff. So you still have chances for higher CPMs than a locked one, which is still good.
I've
Yeah.
seen people that have like $30 CPMs, and it's nuts.
Yes, yeah, that's one of the best things Freedom offers is no lock-in CPM because a lot of networks they don't want to pay that much, so they lock you in with the CPM, and people are like, "Yeah, I get guaranteed $2," and it sounds great at first until you realize, oh.
I get $2. That's what it's very the way you have to pay attention. You really just have to pay attention to the way it's worded.
Mm-hmm. But Freedom is one of the few networks, and there are a lot of networks that will lock in your CPM. That's one thing Freedom has going for it: the freedom of your own CPM. Yes, pun intended.
Oh my God, Can. That was
I was just
that was
that
was
Come on, you know me. If you watch my channel, you know.
Oh, okay.
Bad puns and optimism.
Oh no, I got a little stupid joke just because that pun was fucking hilarious and it just hit my brain at the right time. Oh my God. What's red but smells like blue paint?
Red paint.
Damn it. Damn it. You know how many people I've gotten with that? Seriously. I've gotten many people with that it's so bad.
Hey, Rum, what's brown and sticky?
What?
What's brown and sticky?
A Tootsie Roll.
A stick.
Oh, okay. Well, that even makes more sense.
Oh, God.
What's brown and sticky? A Tootsie Roll? No, a stick. Ah! Oh, my God.
Oh, God. The fucking stick.
Fucking kill it. I'm dying. I'm slowly dying. Man, I was halfway to tears.
Fun fact for Craig, I actually gave a try at live streaming, and unfortunately the results were not desirable enough for me. I might give it a try again in the future, but it didn't go well.
B, I thought you said Desire GFX for me for a second.
I did.
I'm like,
I did
you just
too.
shout him out? I'm like, what the hell?
I was confused. I was like, is that a shout out or is he saying something else?
It was not desirable at all.
Okay. So this isn't Desire's fault. He just wasn't desirable.
I mean, no, Craig. I don't need tech help. I need better internet. And unfortunately,
his internet's essentially powered by sloths who have done a large amount of ketamine, so they're sleeping.
You see, it's actually powered by windmills, and I'll try and take a picture for you. But up in the mountains here, we have a giant array of windmills. It's nuts.
That seems a little strange.
But to answer your question, Craig, I actually stream on Hitbox every now and then. I like it comparatively to Twitch, just because I found I've been having more issues with Twitch, especially with the recent, they had to reset everyone's password. Yeah, I mean, it's really...
It's not looking good. Actually, that's a really good topic, man. Fucking Twitch is going haywire lately, and they must have got hit really hard, majorly, to have that big of a problem.
I do know that Hitbox has seen an increase in users, so that has to say something.
Well, I mean, there's people 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 went to Twitch originally because at a certain point in time, it was the only place to go, really. Now with Beam.pro, with Hitbox.tv, and then there's other stream sites coming out, like very quickly, quite frankly. So it's now that people have more than just Coke or Pepsi. You see what I mean? Now they got like Dr. Pepper and they got Mr. Pibb, and I'd rather drink Mr. Pibb than Dr. Pepper because Mr. Pibb's the type of soda I'd like to have a beer with.
I'm waiting for Ron to start dying.
I think you would. There's actually a better soda than Mr. Pibb. I don't like sodas, but it's called Main Root, and it's Professor Kane, and it's really good. And everyone who says it's better than Mr. Pibb and Dr. Pepper, it's just Dr. Pepper. It just hasn't got his PhD yet.
Oh, okay. So it is the high school equivalent of Dr. Pepper.
Well, everyone who's ever tried it, I know, loves it more. So I don't like soda. So there you go. You know, but that's another thing. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going on the soda bit real quick. It's like, you know what? I have this fickle relationship with soda or fizzy pop, as the UK people call it, which they've gotten me saying sometimes. But if I'm out and about, right? And I've already had my workout for the day, and it's like, you know, like a dinner out with the family or a dinner out like on a date or whatever. I could go for a soda there or a beer there, right? But if I hadn't like worked out, or if I hadn't like, you know, done training, or I've only done like a couple hours, and I hadn't done that much more, like I'm weird. I guess I'm just weird. Some days I think it's okay, and then other days I'm like, no. Get this fucking engine degreasant away from me. Get this shit that can churn your insides and get blood up off concrete away from me, goddammit. But then there's other days I'm like, okay, I'm all right. I can counteract it a little later with like 200 push-ups, which then I do in the middle of the restaurant, which looks weird. You ever done that, Can? Just like, you ever been in an elevator by yourself, and instead of like, you know, twerking like you normally do, as we know, you ever just bust out 100 push-ups on an elevator, see if you can do it?
You know what I've actually done? I don't do that, but you know how elevators have those rails on the side? I'll sit and dangle myself and basically do suspended arm lifts with it. I've done that many times.
But that's fun. What, you know what, Ken? Why do I think that like we're the only two people here who find enjoyment out of like the 300 workout?
Oh God!
Like I find enjoyment out of like pushing myself to that physical limit where I'm like, oh my God, I want to die. Like you've done battle ropes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I got a pair of them motherfuckers. I love those things. Like, right, I'll use that with like kettlebells and all this stuff, and I'll just be like dying. I'll feel like, you know, after a good workout, you feel like you're jello.
Oh God, poor Aka.
What happened to Aka? Oh.
Yeah, I see that. Don't. But one thing I wanted to kind of get back to what we were talking about is like Hitbox. One thing that I like about Hitbox is that their partnership, they partner more with YouTube MCNs, which they're a lot harder to get a part of, but you can kind of start your Twitch career a lot easier on Hitbox now, especially if you're with an MCN. Like right now, Freedoms has a partnership with it. I know a few others are trying to. But I mean, that's just one of the things where Hitbox is a little better than Twitch, and the fact where you can really start your career from an early stage. Yeah. If you're with an MCN, you know?
Oh, no, I can agree with that, too. I can agree with that to a point. I mean, once again, it when it comes to streaming, it's about consistency, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, all of us here, right, we're occasional, okay? You know, I stream occasionally. There's some days I do it. I know there's some days you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for somebody who might want to have, like, a real profession in it, and they got a good schedule, they got dedication to do it, you're probably right. You got a good thought process there. It's probably a better starting point, a launching pad, if you will, and especially if you're in a network like Freedom, which is one advantage I can say about Freedom. That is one thing they do very well. That was with the Hitbox thing. It took me a couple days to read it through and really see if it was worth it. Then a couple partners told me about it, and I'll shout out Roshu666 for this. He told me to try it out. He said it was actually worthwhile, and you know, I go check it out and I see it, and there was one thing I was very disappointed on. The very fact that there is no can emoticon in the Hitbox thing is fucking insulting to me. It is insulting. It makes me mad.
To me too. I mean, like, I was talking to Marcel about this, and I was always telling, I was like, hey, I wish we could have our own Hitbox MCN, because then we could make our subscriber emotes, and we could have a nice little apple there. We could have Khan, we could have me, we could have Marcel banging his head against his desk or some shit. I don't know, but we can have some cool stuff that, you know, actually relates to us. Not that I don't like seeing Zesty Mike's face every day, but I don't like seeing his face every day.
I would rather see Can's odd long head emoticon pop up on my stream a lot more. That'd be fucking hilarious. That'd be fucking hilarious, dude. But Can,
I actually tried to do that, and then I got sent to Anthony.
Oh god. Oh god.
You see, here's the thing. That idea got canned.
Oh, why?
Because they have a limited space of emotes, and they based it on the hub channel at the time of who's most notable, and that's why those people were chosen to be the hitbox, you know, people.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Freedom, and I know you guys listen, or at least in some capacity, that an Hour of Blackout is listened to by somebody in Freedom that has some sway.
Then kick out one of the Anthonys and then take.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. It's that if there is a way at some point in time you are able to at least include him in these emoticons, I truly believe that people actually might start paying that $4.99 just to have the Can emoticon. And if you think I'm bullshitting, people don't really realize how big a swing Can has. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Like, this guy, I would too, just to support Can. I mean, if he got a cut from it, fuck yeah, I'd do it. If he got a cut, oh yeah, I'd do it in a heartbeat just to help a buddy. But Can, I got a question. I know you have a couple things you wanted to talk about today, especially Forum Flash. So I wanted you to really lead into that because I know it was important for you. There's huge updates with that. So I'll give you the podium, my brother.
Okay, so a lot of people have been asking me about Forum Flash. There are, you know, questions on things I've been mentioning on it, such as the featured designers, and, you know, a lot of people know that Ro is on it as well. And a lot of people either like or dislike her. There's kind of a huge divide on the channel. A lot of people are wondering what I'm doing there. So I'm going to get into it one thing at a time. But the featured designers, I don't want you to believe I've given up. No, I'm working really hard. Just understand, we got 1,473 applications, and we are still going through them.
Jesus Christ.
That's how many people applied to be a featured designer. It's not that we aren't doing it. It's just with this amount of people, we want to give you quality. And we're not, I mean, we could go the quantity route, but we prefer quality over quantity. So trust me when I say we're looking for the best designers who have applied. I mean, we have a lot of really good designers, and I would say they are on par with a lot of the people in Blackout. And the reason I'm saying that is a good bit of them are from Blackout. So
Shh, they're not supposed to know that.
But in all seriousness, I mean, we just have so much quality content to feature. It's becoming this. We're not sure how many we want to feature, and we just want to make sure that you get quality work, both free and of course low cost. And a lot of people asked, do you have to be free to be a feature designer? No, you can charge, obviously reasonably on the charging there, because one person's like, well, I'm $1,000 for my GFX. I'm like, well, I want to see how many sales you get.
I want to see how many people actually. I want to see some like receipts. Show me a PayPal list of how many people are paying, man. Jesus Christ! Show me some proof that you are worth that.
I don't care how good you are, unless you're ILM, you're not making $1,000.
ILM, Industrial Light and Magic.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering, but anyways, back to the point. So you're working on the designer thing, right? With the designers, and it's just sheer numbers of how many people. Okay, understandable. Now, what are some of the other changes that you were talking about off air about that you wanted to talk about on air? That strictly due to Forum Flash.
So a lot of people know Ro is a part of the Forum Flash. I have her on as the person who does the Member of the Month and kind of quirky updates that really I just can't figure out how to fit them in. And, you know, I like having Ro. But a lot of people are worried about her staying on the show because, I mean, the problem is a lot of people don't like her. And I really can't figure out the reason. Most people just go the quality of camera, which really confuses me. Because I understand that, you know, quality is important. But, I mean, I look at it like this. You can film dog feces in HD, but that doesn't make that quality.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Telling me the camera's bad is not a real reason for me, you know?
Well,
so
I mean, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was more looking at it as, all right. if that's the only legitimate reason, they're like, oh, the quality's bad. Okay, I've watched it. Okay, I watch Forum Flash. Okay, I like it. I enjoy it. It's okay. I'll be quick to tell you, it's the only show that's on the Freedom Hub channel that I will actively go out of my way to watch. It's the only one, and there's a reason for that. It's because it's enjoyable. These other shows like Impulse, I can't watch it. I can't even watch that small channel spotlight thing, which I do approve of. I love it. Because now I'm seeing it, and it's actually doing good things for people. But
I will say, small channel. I'm sorry to cut you off there.
Go for it.
The small channel spotlight is actually one of the starting to get a lot more views, and more people are checking out those people who are getting, the spotlight. So it's actually starting to do what it was supposed to. Granted, it took 180 plus episodes, but better late
than never, right?
I'll be honest, I still don't watch it.
No, but a good portion of people do, and like a few of my friends from the forums, because I'm an admin on the forums and PR. I pretty much have my hand in most things Freedom nowadays.
He wears multiple hats. Could you imagine?
I don't wear any hats. I'm just me.
No, you wear multiple hats or multiple capes in your thought process.
He has a different color uniform for every job.
But it's funny because like one person, he had 100 subscribers joining Freedom and gets the spotlight. He's up to 400 now, and I'm like, holy crap, it's working.
That's good for him though.
And like he showed me, it's all from Freedom, and it's like that's what it was supposed to do. Granted, it took
180 episodes. And a lot of reworking.
It is starting. But again, I also realize it comes down to the person, their content. But he does enjoyable content, and I don't subscribe to a lot of people, and I feel it's this way. If I'm not legitimately going to watch the content, I'm not going to give you a dead subscription. I'd rather, I'd rather watch. Yeah. So I'm like, I'll check out people's channel and give them feedback, but I'm not one to subscribe to a lot of people. I think I have 20 subscriptions.
I'm probably in the same boat.
Nerd actually sent it to me and Marcel because we were in a group chat, but he sent us a link of a thread, and it was like, oh, subscribe to everyone who posts their channel here, and then watch every video, and then give them comments and feedback. Don't just unsubscribe if you don't like it. And I was just like, okay, well, this is basically sub for sub, but you're trying to make it not sub for sub.
Yeah.
Well, that's like sub for sub 2.0. That's like sub, like, comment, share, pass on, and keep doing it. Like that's like sub for sub 2.0. That's exactly what it is. Don't do that. I can't really be helping you.
And Aka, to what you say on that, I agree.
Yeah, Aka says, I know, but maybe most of the people found this controversial. The most idea that go in their mind is ask for quality. Show me your quality first. I know you're right, Can, but you can't blame them with the little smiley face. And we love you.
Well, no, like a lot of people are afraid to tell me like not exactly positive things. I'm a realistic person. I understand that, not everyone sees the best in the quality. They can't get past that element. I understand that. But again, I also don't think it's fair that they just disregard it for it. You know what I mean?
What I will say is that Ro has nice audio quality.
Well, that's because she has a blue not Yeti, but a Snowball, and she does have good audio quality.
Have you gotten any other reason outside of like a physical cam issue other than why they don't like her? I mean, I haven't. I read the comments. I can't really find anything.
The only thing a few people said they didn't like the screaming "Yay, children," but that was a one-time thing, and she cut it out the next one. So I mean, that was just kind of a one-time shtick thing. I think she was seeing if it was gonna work, and it obviously didn't. But she changed it, and it's no longer a part. I don't know if you know the episode, but when she's on there, she's like "Yay!" and they're screaming children screaming "Yay" with her, and it's like people are like, it's kind of creepy.
Oh wait, what episode
I remember
was
that.
I remember it happening, and I thought to myself that was kind of creepy, but I didn't think it wasn't off-putting enough for me to comment about it.
I think other than camera quality, the only other thing people could not like is the editing, because she does that special effect.
Yeah, she uses a lot of a special color correction that she likes, and it's on her channel, but that's kind of what she's known for. So I understand why she's doing it. But I also understand that a lot of people on Freedom don't know her, so she's gonna.
That could be off-putting.
Yeah, like I told Rose, she's like, well, how do people like you? And I'm like, if I knew, I'd tell you. But I just talk, get my stuff over with, and just do my best to give you quick informations. And Like, I don't want to waste your time. And in fact, I was asked, why don't you do a bi-weekly show? And it's because I don't want to. I mean, I could do that, but I rather put out something that's gonna be quality than quantity. Like I said.
Oh, I'll be on there one day. You know, the second my voice drops on that motherfucker, there is some quality going on. Or at least that's what I pretend to think that. I don't know if it's quality.
About video quality.
Huh?
Let them ship in together this then. Remember last time Cam was on, I also linked this cam. They should.
I think what's really funny is that video George made recently where he talked about the difference between a webcam and a DSLR. It's a huge difference.
Well, go into that, B. Go into that.
Well, I mean,
Go ahead.
see, Khan's going to be more of an expert on this because he does film, but me, not so much. But I can take one look at the picture and I can say that the color is much better on the DSLR. Now,
Well,
most people are not going to care, but
it all comes down to light and how much light goes through your DSLR. You can control aperture, f-stop, all that fun stuff. You can't do that with a webcam. It comes down to a webcam is designed to be a one shoot, show you what's happening live. It's not supposed to be a camera that's going to be advanced. It's a simple camera doing high quality, and that's what it is. It's what it's built for. I disagreed with that video, and that's because I know the difference between a DSLR. Yes, they're both HD, but that's like saying a Ford Mustang and a Ford Focus, or if you don't, those are both American cars, but they're vastly different. Yes, they're both cars, but they're nowhere similar. You know what I mean?
It would be like me heading out to the beach with like a Canon camera versus my iPhone.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Like the Canon, no matter what resolution it is going to take a better image.
Yes.
But yeah, so.
Now, I want to talk on that point you put, Marcel. We actually are talking about it within the team, the free and paid tag and the request/offer. The problem we're having with it is we just have to get that approved from, like, just someone higher than us, because technically at that point we might get considered we might have to. There's one issue with that is because we actually got a thing from, I can't remember who messaged us, but technically if we put things like that, we technically might be considered a trade site, which we're not. So we have to be careful with that. That's what we're avoiding in that. Because, like, it's nothing like we don't not want to put it. It's mostly we don't want to have to go through that because we're not really a trade site. So
Well, there's a lot of fucking different channels you'd have to even go through to get that approved.
I mean,
so
I mean,
like,
here's a
big request though that I told Marcel and Nerd about, and it's the fact of so many people using what I like to call the professional tag, where they go into their post and they say, "Oh, I'm a professional graphics artist," and you can take one look, no matter how good you are, and you can automatically say that's not professional. Can we get the word professional blacklisted on forum titles?
well. No,
I don't think you can. I don't know if that's possible.
No, that would be impossible to do. I'm just going to be realistic with you.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's going to claim they're professional because they want to be, but I mean, we can't. In that instance, it goes on the judgment call of the person, because I mean, professional is mostly a matter of opinion sometimes. You know what I mean?
Or I mean, like it's misleading.
No, I understand that it can be misleading, especially for someone who doesn't know any better. But to them, that can be professional, you know.
That's very true. It's all a matter of differences of opinion. But I do get B's point.
No, I get it too. It's just
I know
realistically,
you do.
I can't do that. I'm not going to bullshit you. I just can't.
Oh, I know, my man.
I'm pretty sure it's not even possible within that'd be Bulletin, but Zen4O to actually do that. If it was though, like straight up, I would go on my forum and I would blacklist the word professional, because I ain't having that shit.
What about if you try to post a professional post, B? Are you banning yourself?
That's what I was gonna say, because like you are a professional, B. What if you want to say professional experience? Oh, wait, you put professional. Never mind.
Yeah, can't do it. So you're kind of fucking yourself over too.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna fuck myself up, but I mean, like in the long run, I'm fucking over 3 people to save everyone from over 500. What are you gonna do?
Good point.
That's a judgment call thing.
That is a judgment call. It would definitely be. But I mean, realistically,
I'd rather fuck myself over in that point than to have someone else kind of, bullshitting.
Yeah, I understand.
Realistically, though, we're not. The only way someone's really going to tell if someone's professional or not is by obviously comparing portfolios. You would have to at some point. I mean, that goes into what Taquito was saying. I know it's Akito Saka. I call him Taquito. He is my Taquito. But you gotta kind of, it's kind of like when you buy anything out of a store, or you buy a lawnmower, you buy a car. You gotta research. If you're spending money, you're gonna obviously research a few different graphic artists, right? I mean, isn't that the logical thought process someone would go through? Like, Ken, you bought your car. Did you just buy that one and didn't take any second look at any other ones that were in your price range or quality?
Actually, I went to multiple lots. I mean, realistically, that's a huge, like, and what people don't understand is a lot of people want graphics for free. And this is what I always say. I'm a huge supporter of graphic designers being paid. And it comes down to that's their job. You wouldn't go up to someone who's an editor and say, edit this for me for free.
No, you're going to pay them.
Yeah, and it's kind of this ideal that graphics should be free. And I'm going to admit, Freedom has done a little bit of that where, you know, they said free 101 designers, but that was canned. And that was something I worked hard to get canned.
Oh, I needed
because I worked hard on that. It was a long process, but it wasn't just me. It was Anthony Smith. It was a bunch of people. And we worked to get that removed because graphics, it depends on how you feel, in my opinion. I think graphics should be up to the designer if they're going to charge, you know? That's the designer's choice, not yours.
Oh, that's very true. It is completely up to the designer because essentially what they're doing is independent contracting.
Yes.
So you can't just say, oh, well, there's 101 free designers on, it's going to be great, it's free. Dude, no. They want to get paid for their effort, okay? Just like I want my paycheck for what I do. Can you want your paycheck for what you do when you go to work? B, you're the same way. Like this is the real world. Shit ain't free in this world, man. And the people who think that I can't get behind of. It depends on how serious they take it too. Think about how some people might think about this. They might not trying to be up there. What's up?
I think Marcel just died. Whatever, but
I don't know. I thought I heard Dutch. That's all it was.
A really good example of the way that like graphic sales go is like people look at it. It's like I don't want to make the investment, but you know. I always tell people like this. When you go to a restaurant, you pay money for food. Well, you're not only paying for a physical item, but you're paying for a skill. Someone has to learn how to cook it, whether they, you know, cook it well or cook it like damn. But, you know, you're paying for their expertise at the end of the day. And, you know, some people, they only have to work an hour to afford it. And some people have to work days. But, you know, at the end of the day, you're paying for a service. And it's the same thing for GFX.
Oh no, it's absolutely true. Do people think like Ford gets all their wonderful GFX stuff done, their 3D animation stuff done for free? Fuck no, they go to professionals and get paid.
I don't know if I actually mentioned this, but I actually did get a job offer from Ford. Turned it down, but I had one.
Why? Why would you turn that down? The amount of fucking moolah, brother. The amount of moolah.
Because it would take away from my job at Blackout, which I like.
Okay, I do understand that.
Also,
but you could have used it as a CAS injection for Blackout. I'm just saying that was an opportunity you passed on.
True, it would be extra cash for Blackout, but I do well enough teaching, so.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I can relate to that in a way, because Disney, they messaged me again for working with them, but I turned them down.
You turned down Disney? What's wrong with you?
I turned down Disney due to the fact I'd have to literally move to Orlando, live with them. I'd have to train with them 6 months unpaid.
Oh, wait, Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, nope.
Like, it was a good offer, but it's just not an offer I want. You know, like, if I could stay here, train, you know, or even be there, like, if I didn't have to live there indefinitely, maybe, but I'm not ready to, I just kind of can't pick up my life and leave.
Well, you got yourself kind of rooted now, especially.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, travel is one thing. You travel all the time, but moving, you know, changing your whole lifestyle, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. A lot of people don't really think about the implications of that. But there's a couple. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was just going to say, but I mean, when it comes to GFX, I'm a strong supporter on it. I'm working on getting feature designers out. It's not just me. The whole forum team's working on it. It's just coming down to, we're happy this many people applied, but it's also like this many people applied.
Well, it's kind of like a positive problem.
Yeah.
That's what it really sounds like. Now, I actually wanted to ask you: is there anything about the Freedom Forums you want to go into before we hit a little blackout news?
Oh yes, definitely. On the Freedom forums, we were working on fixing the promote section. A lot of people know, if you're on Freedom, you know the promote section. As I'm going to say it straight honestly, it is not that useful in what we want it to do. It's there, and some people get good results, some don't. We want to try to help it be a lot better, and the reason is because, you know, the forums, they're great for meeting people, collaboration. A lot of people can grow from them, but we understand that just because one person grows, just as equally one person probably isn't. So I mean, we're realistic on that sense. So we're working on fixing the promote section within our right from what we can do, and we're coming up with ideas and ways within the limitations we have of the forum and all that stuff. So we are working on that, and we're also working on a live stream thing, but we're working on a live stream section that will allow you to post your live stream, and your live stream will be there. It'll be broadcast every time you go live, all that fun stuff. But we're not only working on, you know, Hitbox and Twitch, we're also working on like vlogging live streams, such as like there was Blog TV was one. There's a lot of like just blog live streams where people do like shows and comedy stuff. So we're working on other kind of live streams as well. We're not just gaming focused. So this is a really big project that's being worked on because we know there's a lot of streamers within our community, and we're doing the best we can to really help them out, you know.
Well, that's smart. It's also probably a smart idea they implicated the Hitbox deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because there is a wide variety of streamers out there. I mean, they keep growing every day too. I mean, more and more people every day hop on that bandwagon. I don't know how long it'll stay around. It's probably going to stay around for many, 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 many years. I don't think it's ever going to go away. But I don't know. I think it was a good idea that Freedom did that. I think it was. Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. Just moving on to something else.
No. I just wanted to say that a lot of people love the forums, but we're still trying our best to do what we can. A lot of people want a lot from our forums, and they have to understand we do as much as we can. And if we have an issue, it's mostly due to we just can't. We can't. I mean, we want to, but we can't either because we don't have the physical funds. Because a lot of the stuff we want to do for our forums costs money. It's like anything else.
Everything costs money.
But I can say this because we talked to George. We're going to start getting a fund for the forum.
Ooh.
A fund?
Which means, yeah, so the forums will get X amount of money each month to help become better.
And that's coming out of Freedom, right? That's not like coming from the Filipino
not
government.
Out of pocket.
Okay, just
we don't know. Yeah, we don't know when it's going to be implemented yet. But once it is, we can start putting more features, more functions, because Freedom's finally funding the forums.
Can we fix the chat box?
Oh God, you're pulling hairs there. We just got it back, and we're doing the best we can. What do you feel is wrong with the chat room? And it's not the chat box,
No.
chat room.
Oh, it's okay, chat room. There's nothing wrong with it per se, but my PMs are still broken.
Yeah, we're working on that. Like my PMs are sometimes broken, and it's just comes down to
database.
It's the database. It's not even us.
That's
By
unfortunate.
the freaking devs. That's the only thing I can say.
I don't have any connection with the development team. I've tried, but I'm not.
Anthony does.
Well, yes, but I'm not Anthony, of course. But I've tried to get.
The devs.
Well, it's probably Nins who's not.
Sometimes I want to strangle him.
You know what would be really great though? Like if we had one of the developers on this show. Oh God.
Honestly, the developers, I don't get to talk to them that much, if at all. And I've tried to make contact with the developers, but I was told I'm not of high enough authorization to speak with them. So
wait,
I don't really know it.
Wow, that sounds tyrannical. That sounds
Well,
really
I understand
ridiculous.
why. Not everyone, like, obviously the developers are asked to be spoken with a lot. You gotta understand. There's almost 200,000 partners within Freedom, so if anybody just wants to talk to them, I get why they're so, you know, you gotta ask before you can talk to them. I get it.
I get that
So
too
I'm
for a regular
I'm in the-
partner, but if you're staff and you have a real problem, especially with your job description right now, I don't see why it's such a complicated issue.
Well, I'm working on it, and hopefully I can get more communication with the developers, because we're having a very common issue with the forums right now where our database, like, we have such a positive problem where our members are so active on our forums, we fill our database up within like a week.
Right.
So like our forums will go down for 2 days because of it. And the problem is we can't get in contact with the developers because they just won't answer me, or they won't answer Danny. They'll answer McGann, who's the head of forums, but sometimes he's away. Like I-54 came up recently and he couldn't do it, or like I had to work with some of the forum team while I was on my vacation to make sure the forums were back up and running, and I worked hard to get it. So I mean, it comes down to like, I feel like the forums need just as much attention as other parts of the network.
Well, I agree with you there. I would think that they're very important due to the fact that you have such high traffic on there. You have such high volume on your forums that it really needs to be maintained and moderated almost at all times, it feels like. And I know that's somewhat of an impossibility.
Well, with the new moderators, who I want to say congratulations, they're doing a really good job. A lot of people really are loving them. They're doing really good work. We've gotten a lot of the issues with like spam and things like that down, but the problem we're having now is like we have such, like I said, that positive problem where people post so frequently it fills our database. And I think we need a larger database, but I don't know how much that costs.
Actually, not too much, but it's just about setting it up correctly.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they have the Freedom servers on, but
me either. So I can't answer that.
Amazon AC2 server, probably 1 terabyte one.
I don't know what Amazon uses. However, I was staff on a forum for over 5 years that has 300,000 members on it. So it's an active forum. There's a lot of threads there, and they have, I think, like a 1 terabyte database. It's kind of ridiculous, but it's like 1 terabyte. No, they haven't filled it, but it is 1 terabyte in size.
That doesn't sound ridiculous. Maybe for that size of where they're at,
I think
is,
they're
but
around 500 something gigs.
Well, still, that's a lot. Well, either
like,
or, just has to be increased, huh?
To put it this way, we get posts on the forums, like not messages. Posts are people just posting and replying to things. We get about 300,000 posts a day.
That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking posting. Imagine if that was all you all physically represented it in Post-it notes. It'd be like Bruce Almighty, just a room covered in Post-its. Oh, God.
You know how I suggested 1 terabyte? I'm going to up that to 10 now.
Let's say 10 terabytes will cost around $1,000 an hour.
An hour?
Like, here's the thing.
Yep.
Oh, anyways, go ahead, Cam.
Here's the thing. We almost beat Zen4o in act. Our forum's almost as active, or even more active than Zen4o, which is the program that's used. Zen4o does this thing where you can rank active forums that use their software. I think Freedom's in like the top 50.
Well, Jesus.
So I mean, Freedom has an active forum, and that I take pride in that because I'm a part of the team. I've been a part of the team since I've been a normal partner for a week. I've always been either a mod or now I'm an admin, but I've always been a part of it. So seeing how much we've grown is really, for me, it's a lot of pride, but I'm not going to say we're perfect, and I'm very aware we need to work, and we work hard on it.
Well, that's good that at least you're one of the people who is willing to be honest about it. I mean, clearly you care about Freedom. That's the reason you're still there. I mean, Freedom has wavered many, many times, and we've Blackout's commented on it like every single time it's happened, and you've always been a very big constant with them. And I just have to stress the importance of what you do for the fucking network. I know they probably know, but I don't think they know about the level of I guess it's appreciation that you have from the community themselves. I don't think they realize it. It's a very powerful thing.
Yep.
But I got a question for you, B.
Oh dear.
Before we get anything else, because
welcome, Desire.
Yeah. Hi, Desire. By the way, what's up, buddy? Glad you came on. Desire. B, we got a few things to go over, and I know that covers some Blackout.
Keep in mind we have a longer show because of last week.
Yeah, we got a little longer show. I'm just trying to make sure that okay with the stream that it cuts right. And I don't have to upload 2 pieces together. I don't want to do that. I don't like, guys, I like going an hour, maybe hour 10 sometimes, because I don't want to be uploading an hour of Blackout, and then if it's a 2-hour show, it turns into like 2 separate videos of the same episode. I'd rather do it in one and done. That's just my thought process on it. But I mean, we're still getting through a lot of shit. But B, I know you got updates for Blackout, a few. Then I got this really crazy fucking talk topic that Ken and I talked about yesterday, and it fucked us up. It was funny though.
Okay, so Blackout updates. Me and Marcel are working on updating the site. We know that the responsiveness is, kind of broken, but we're fixing it.
I'm actually the one that complains most about that.
Yeah, Marcel's had my ass about it, so we're fixing it. It's going well, and hopefully it's gonna look really, really nice. But other than that, I mean, we've got the simulator idea we're still looking at. We still do offer partner hosting, so if you need to have your website hosted, feel free to talk to us, and we'll work things out that way.
Well, B, I actually had a thought about that. I was actually considering launching a new website, and I'm not sure how to go about it right now. Like, I'm really not.
Talk with me later.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got to talk with Marcel, and then it'll happen. Oh God.
Yep.
All I gotta say is really, it's just one of those things where I would love to be able to post my audio. Okay, Can remembers this. A lot of people who listen to my show, the Rumandapples show, every Monday regularly know this. I used to be on Podbean, like a straight podcast site, and it was crazy because I distinctly remember you saying that you would listen on the Podbean site, but then comment on the YouTube thing when it finally made it over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I love that demographic split that I had. Not to saying that I want to split my demographic. It's just it was so different, universally different from the podcast sites to the YouTube. So I really want to find a way where I could get like a comment section thing built into like just me able to stream my format. And oh man, Marcel, I'll talk with you about it later. It's too much. It's too much right now. Not on this show. It's not about me.
Oh, and then another huge update.
Go for it.
3 days, Blackout will have existed for 1 year.
Congratulations.
Really?
3
1
days.
year anniversary coming up.
3 days. Yeah.
B, you need to make a small little video and put it on the Hub channel and just kind of give a history to Blackout. I'm not even joking. I would really love to see that.
Oh yeah, I'm actually working on it right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I want
awesome.
it
Right
to be
now,
a-
but
B, it has to be a musical. That's
Yes,
the request.
it has to be a musical.
you see, what I would like to do though is anyone who's been in the network for a while, of course, Con, you're welcome to do it if you'd like to. Same with Rum, Marcel, everyone.
I don't count. I'm not in the network technically.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a mercenary.
Oh,
Shh.
whatever. All right. Anyway, anyone who would like to be a part of the video, make like a 10 to 20 second clip.
Dude, Desire. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you had to hear this. Desire just said he'll twerk for the 1 year anniversary. Desire, 10 to 20 seconds. Yes.
God.
No. Yes, it has to happen.
I just got cold chills because of that.
Well, okay, that's fine, but still, Desire is willing to twerk. Oh God! And now Takedo Saka's like, yes, a video with B twerking. So now we have,
no.
yes, now we have Desire
I will
twerking
not
in a
do
video. B, you're gonna twerk in a video.
B, for a year, I feel like you need to get Blackout Media's new logo tattooed on your chest. Let's get this to be a thing.
I think that needs to be a thing. We like, dude, you're in Cali. There's some great artists out there. Just get the Blackout Media thing. Just big fucking letters, just printed on your shit, right in the center.
Tell you what, on my shoulder.
No,
get paid for.
it's got to be on the chest. I'll do it on the chest.
Oh my god.
Come
But you
on,
see, the
man.
problem with that is people are going to be like, they'll see his chest and be like, what
say-
the hell is BM?
Well, they'll think, why does he have bowel movement tattooed on his chest? Well, hey, you know what though? B, if you're looking for a new girlfriend, I'm telling you this much, man. That's a conversation starter.
Oh, God.
Straight. That's a conversation starter. It's like, it's just one of those, the most awkward thing you could see. It's just like, It's like, why do you got BM on your chest? It's like, oh, there's a story to that. I'll tell you. Here, come over to my place.
But anyway, we are going to be working on a video for that. So if you could possibly, make a 10 to 20 second video and have it uploaded, before the 10th, I'm going to try and get as many of them as I can. I prefer it to be high quality. So, 720p, 1080.
This is what you can do. I have an idea. You can tweet at Blackout Media if you have a Twitter, and you can use the hashtag Blackout IRL.
There you go.
Oh dear.
Simple.
Anthony's gonna get me for copyright. Oh god.
Me IRL, Blackout IRL. It doesn't even have to be in real life.
It doesn't even have to be IRL.
Just put Blackout 1 year or something like that.
Aka, I should have rephrased that. The 10th in my time. Currently, it's the 8th.
Yes, it is the 8th in the United States.
Yeah. See, this video will be uploaded on the 8th in the United States. I would like to have this video up by midnight on the 11th. So, as long as I can wait, I'm going to. But I want to get as many people involved as possible. So it's going to be great.
I'll definitely make a little something for you, B. I'll do like a little 10-second, a little clip for you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. It'll be great. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to it. I mean, I expect nothing but the best. And the one idea I'm having for the ending, and Khan might know a little bit about this because he's a bit of a superhero addict like me. But if you've ever seen how Marvel has like the comics like flashing down the screen and the Marvel logo slowly appears, I'm gonna have a giant 10 that's gonna like zoom out, and it's gonna have like videos flashing in the middle of it.
We got a couple questions about the videos. Desire's asking, where should I upload it? What should the vid be about? Sokka saying he wants me to show my face. Sokka, that's not happening. It doesn't happen. I'm too handsome. I would break your computer.
We'll do that the 10 year. We'll do it
Yeah,
the 10 year.
if B can keep me around for the 10 year, I might do it. There's a real possibility. Craighead Pro asked, what do you want set into 10 seconds? And Sokka's just curious, so.
It's 10 to 20 seconds. Obviously, you can do longer, and if it's a really, really good clip, I'm going to include it.
I guess